Alright, hello everybody, and welcome to another episode of Oakwood Zoo. And if you're wondering why this is not a regular speed build video, it's because I made a mistake and I forgot to record the footage for this. But I figured I did still make a really interesting enclosure that I wanted to share with you guys, and I also didn't want to wait until like a tour or like skip over it entirely. So I figured we could make a quick video just going over it and also combine this with my future plans. Now originally, I did have this so I just recorded an entire tour video of the entire House of Tropics and I spent like an hour on that. But unfortunately, when I stopped recording, I looked at the recording, it was only 5 minutes long. For some reason, it got cut off right at after the 5 minutes of recording, so that is incredibly disappointing. So this is my plan B. We're just going to be doing a tour of this enclosure, this new enclosure, but we'll be looking at everything else at a separate date. For now, we'll only be looking at this stuff. I will try again with the tour and stuff. Also, I just realized there's a problem with this, which I did not realize. There we go. But yeah, this is the new enclosure. This is located, if you were not aware of where we are here, we are on the right wing of the House of Tropics. We are next to the aviary for the peavals, and we are you would start, this is like the main entrance of the House of Tropics. You would go to the right, you see the clouded leopards, the peccaries, the what are these called? The peafowls, and then you're here. This is also another entrance to the House Tropics, and we'll go inside here and we'll see this really cool thing in a second. Also, all three of these episodes, the clouded leopard, the peccaries, and the peafowls, all have their own separate episodes in the channel. You can check those out. I will link them in the description, or I'll just link the entire Oakwood Zoo playlist in the description so you can check out that and a bunch of other cool stuff we've made on this entire area of the zoo. But we're going to be focusing on this section right now. So this is the outdoor area for the pangolins, the animal that we have made an enclosure for. So we're going to start off with the planters here, because this looks really nice. We're going to start with the outdoor enclosure, and then we'll move into the indoor enclosure. We'll do that, and then we'll talk about some future plans and stuff really quickly. But as far as this goes, look at how beautiful this is. I love doing these kind of planters. These are so cute, like little animals popping out. I love making the scenes of statues. I don't just like having them just plopped like that. I mean, they still look good. It won't change how they look, but I would prefer to have them in an actual environment, like a scene. It makes them look so much cooler and so much nicer. Just looks really nice. With these planters, I've kind of used the mason work wall trim. I think I used these for something in my hour-long tutorial video. I won't be going over too many tips and stuff in this video, but I will be just kind of looking at just showcasing the enclosure in itself. But if you do want to check out those small house step-by-step kind of things of how to make realistic enclosures like this one, then go check out that video. I released it not too far away, not too long ago, 2 months ago. So definitely go check that out if you want to see that and learn some new things. But yeah. This is the main enclosure. We have our little planters here, but this is the main enclosure of our pangolins. I believe this is actually in pause mode, so let's unpause this. There's 3 of them. I hope there's only 3. I tried to add some of the little enrichment stuff and enrichments. We have our cardboard box, we have our termite mound, and I believe it's their water dish as well. So that looks really cute and really nice. And thanks to a new kind of trick I've learned from Caesar Crates this past week, I've learned to put the habitat gate underneath the underneath the ground, so you can make it look like the keeper will still go in, but it just gets rid of the gate, which is amazing. I really don't see why we can't just have invisible gates already, but I guess now that there's a hack for it, or not a hack, but a glitch for it, maybe a workaround, I guess that works everything out. But yeah, this is a pretty plain kind of outdoor enclosure. Other than that, we've used the burrows again, very nice, kind of fitting into the background with the foliage. The one thing I also did want to point out with this outdoor area is the curtain, which is into the inside. Oh, look at that, very cute. Look at these adorable these guys are. But I did originally have this a curtain like this. We have it like that, and then like that. So it's kind of like a splitting curtain, and then you have this little hole here where they would go through. But it is too small because the animals in this game are very big for hitboxes, so they do not fit in sizes they are supposed to, especially not base game animals. So, and seeing as the pangolin is a base game animal, I can see how that might be a problem. But it does fit here. I'm actually kind of surprised because it just doesn't seem like it would really work compared to other animals I've tried. But I am glad that I was able to keep some of the curtain and stuff on the sides here, so it's better than nothing. So I think now we've basically seen the outdoor enclosure Very, very nice, very nice. Also, we've done education boards here if you want to check those out. I believe I made 3 different types. 2 of those different pictures, and there's one vertical one on the inside. If you go around here, again, I've extended our foliage planters here to connect to the concrete wall. Make that look nice. We're gonna go inside here. I am kind of considering redoing this this entrance. It just doesn't really look too good to me, especially comparing like the plaster to the brick. But I guess we'll see later on. Now this is what I wanted to talk about mainly with this video. And this is kind of like the end, well this obviously is just like the room where you would enter, where you have like foliage and education, and there's probably going to be exhibit animal windows there on the wall. But what I mainly want to talk about is this kind of section. Now we have the peccary and the anteater viewing over here. But then over here, we're going to go through here first. We're going to show you. And this is going to be our nocturnal section of the house. And this is kind of like the next step I want to take, because this is the indoor area for the pangolin. This will look a bit more cool when we have the walls here and there's no light coming off of them and stuff like that, and there's no light coming in. But there basically isn't any right now. But this looks really nice to me. I love that I tried to use the red lights even in like the planters and stuff to make it even more kind of like creepy and like dark kind of style. Makes you feel like you're in a cave, which looks really cool here. I don't know if there's any penguins actually in here. I don't see them. No one's in the burrow. There's one. There's coming. I think they can come up right up to the glass, I'm pretty sure. Because if we look at these guys, yeah, they can come up right to the glass. I haven't seen them yet do that, so wondering about that. But yeah, I tried to also use like the lights against the foliage, like having them right up next to it, so that you can see like the reflections of the foliage and the leaves and stuff to make it look even cooler, because that looks really nice to me. This is the third education board. We can see it's vertical, and I've also made them black and red to fit with the nocturnal theme. And I think I have one also over here, which is similar to the one we already had, but just again, black and red. This is basically gonna like signify the beginning of the nocturnal section of the house. I didn't exactly know what kind of direction I wanted to take the house. I was originally contemplating reptiles that didn't really fit with me too well, and didn't really get excited for that. So I just started making something over here, and then I made an insider, and I was like, wait a second, if these guys are nocturnal, we could turn this into like a nocturnal hallway maybe. Now I'm not sure if this is going to be like a hallway kind of thing, or if it's going to be like a loop. What I do know is that I want to include more enclosures or more animals that are nocturnal, obviously, and some that we maybe have not built for yet. I know we have built for a lot of nocturnal animals. Some of them we haven't built for yet are maybe like the aardvark. I don't exactly know specific ones that are nocturnal. I know that like the porcupine is nocturnal. I don't know if we've built for that. I mean, we have built for that before. Binturong or something I think is pretty nocturnal, so I just think it'd be interesting if we can maybe build for that again. I don't want to go too overboard with it, but it would be cool if we could do a few of these cool nocturnal enclosures. One I definitely want to do, I know I've built for this before, but I want to do it again, is the Tasmanian devil. I would specifically love to do that, or maybe even like the kiwi in this kind of area. And the thing about this I want to do is that I don't want to do too many outdoor enclosure animals, because obviously building for or nocturnal animals is not going to be too beneficial to have an outdoor area, because they're most likely to prefer to stay indoors. Especially something like the kiwi, they would definitely prefer to stay indoors. So it'd be really nice if I could have like just kind of like almost like a hallway of windows, and then you could just see into rooms of these animals, kind of like this, basically similar to like this, but just with a different animal in each one, and just different. I'm gonna try and like splice it up with the different styles of enclosures. I know there's not too much variety I can do. When thinking about like how to lay out the enclosures, I mean, this is pretty basic and pretty standard for like the textbook kind of like style of what I want to go for with these enclosures, but I do want to kind of make them different, and I'm going to see how different I can make them. I do definitely want to build something on the opposite side of this hallway. Maybe this is probably going to be the Tasmanian devil, because it has a pretty big thing, but also we can do something else. I really do not know, because there's lots of space to do, and I also want to do a lot of exhibit animals in this. So there is a lot of potential with the nocturnal section of the house. Yeah. I did want to start the pangolin, because the pangolin is something that is kind of indoor and outdoor kind of swappable, because it does spend a decent amount of time outside, which is good. But yeah, that's pretty much it. All I have to say for that part. So going forward, we're probably going to see more episodes similar to like African crested porcupine, Tasmanian devil, kiwis, ones that maybe we have already built for, but I do still want to build to do better enclosures because we can always improve with better enclosures. I know we've done a couple African porcupine enclosures, but maybe we can do another one that is even better than the last. And we can also build for some new ones, because I would love to build for like the aardvark, something I have not built for yet, or at least I have not built a good enclosure for them yet. So that is something I really want to do. If you're excited for this nocturnal house or the nocturnal section of the house, please let me down below so I know if you're actually if you guys are actually excited for this, or should I move to something else. I most likely will stick with this kind of thing because this personally excites me for building in the house again, which is my main priority, is to get myself motivated in this. And I know we have a new DLC coming, and at the time of recording this is the day before the Frontier Unlock stream. So if we did get news on that, I have no idea. And like the current me recording this has no idea of any of that. So keep that in mind, leaving me comments down below if we did get something. But obviously, if we do get something, I'll probably have another video going over all of it. Yeah, that is pretty much the main thing I want. I don't want to go too far into the future because I don't want to get ahead of myself. The main thing I want to stick close to is nocturnal animals. I know we did discuss doing reptiles eventually, but that is something that is going to be on the other side. I just want to flesh out this area more because in terms of like balancing this area with like the leopards and the otters and the platypus and the pygmy hippo, it's almost like a straight hallway. You would start in the leopard room, and then you would go straight through this, see the otters, straight through, keep going all the way, and then you see platypus and pygmy hippo. It's almost like a very straight hallway. And meanwhile, with this section, you only have the peccaries, and then you could either choose to go that way or choose to go this way. So I want to have a bit more variety when choosing like which way you want to go. I do want to make sure that you can see everything in like one go without too much backtracking like you would in a normal zoo. Like that is very important in zoos, making sure guests do not have to backtrack a lot, because then people can get bored really fast. The next episode, we will probably be, if everything stays the way it is, we will probably be building up this kind of room, the entrance room, and I will also maybe redo the entrance for this, just kind of making it a bit more, I don't know, just a bit more natural, I guess, because I love this entrance for the building, the glass, but I don't exactly love this part. I might take not that part, this part. I might take a page out of this part and just do like the box and then bring it out again. We did that over here with the same thing here. So I might just do that again because it seems to work. Yeah, that's pretty much it. All I have to say. We'll probably be adding another enclosure here, which will probably be like, honestly, I'm really excited for the aardvark ever since I mentioned it like 2 minutes ago. As well as redoing the entrance. So that is probably going to be the next episode of this series. Again, unless the DLC comes along and we get a new animal that I also want to add. I want to see if the next pack has some tropical animals. It'd be great if it was like a South America pack, because that would have fit perfectly with what we're doing here, and I'm sure there's going to be at least one nocturnal animal that we can fit into here. So that'd be really cool if we could combine that, because that's the main thing I really didn't like about the other pack, is that I liked the animals, but I couldn't really make it. I couldn't fit them into this current project, which kind of separate them. Like I wanted to build for the new animals, which we did for a couple of them, like these guys. But then I just kind of didn't get to focus on the House of Tropics that much. So I'm really hoping that this next pack has at least some tropical animals that we can actually work into the house. But anyway, enough of me talking. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the subscribe button. We are ramping up to 2,000 subscribers by now. It is a very big milestone for me. So if you have enjoyed the content, if you did enjoy this video, and if you want to see more, if you're interested in any of those plans I was talking about, please hit the subscribe button because it means a lot to me. It means a lot to the channel. Hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye guys, have a great rest of your day, and I will roll the cinematic shots for the Pangolin Enclosure right now.